Hello everybody, welcome back. It is Wednesday, May 6th. I'm very excited to be teaching this lesson today. So we are once again turning verbal phrases or sentences into algebraic expressions, or turning it into math, the world of math type stuff. So our first question says the following: 16 multiplied by half a number. So half a number we know is going to be 1/2 x. We always represent numbers as numbers. Whenever it says a number, we represent that by writing x. And taking half of that is going to be 1/2 x. We're going to do 16 multiplied by that, which is going to mean 16 multiplied by the value 1/2 x. So that's going to be our first one. Awesome. For B, we have the sum of 4 and a number. We know that a number, once again, is x. Sum means plus, so that's going to be 4 plus x. For C, we have a number less than 8. That means we're going to take a number, x, and we're going to take that away from 8. Remember, the word than is a switch word. That means that we switch the order that we are going to put, excuse me, that means we're going to switch the order of our numbers and our variables. That means we're going to do 8 minus x. And for part D, we have 7 less than a number, so that's going to be x minus 7, because a number comes first, because we have the word than there. That's going to be our switch word. That's a really key thing. Than is a switch word. Than means we switch our the order of our numbers and variables. For number 2, we have the exact same thing. We're writing algebraic expressions to represent each verbal phrase. So for A, we have 9 more than 3 times a number. So that means we have than, which is going to be our switch word. We have more, which is addition, and 3 times number is 3x, so that's going to be 3x plus 9. Next, we have 5 fewer than twice a number. Twice a number we write as 2x. We have fewer, so that's the subtract sign, and the word than again. That means that we're going to put 2x first, and we're taking 5 away from that. For part C, we have 1/2 of the sum of a number and 12. The sum of a number of 12 means we have x plus 12. We're going to be taking half of the sum of that. So we're going to put x plus 12 in parentheses and take half the sum of x plus 12. Next, D is over here. We have 7 less than the quotient of 6 and a number. So that means we're going to take 6 over x, that's the quotient of 6 and a number, and we're going to take 7 away from that. So we're going to have 6 over x minus 7 be our answer for that one. For question number 3, I want you to pause and answer it and then come back when you have answered it. Please pause and answer it and then come back when you have answered it. Alrighty, I changed the name of this person that I could not pronounce into Miss Paul, our wonderful 7th grade science teacher. And it says, Miss Paul has 25.5 pencils and Mr. Cox has a certain number of pencils. So I know that our variable x is going to be the number of pencils that Mr. Cox has. Write an expression that represents the combined number of pencils that Miss Paul and Mr. Cox have. So now that Miss Paul has 25.5 pencils and Mr. Cox has x pencils, so that means that we're going to do 25.5, that's Mrs. P, and we're going to add x pencils to it, which is going to be Mr. Cox's pencils. Awesome. 4 and 5, I want you to pause and then resume when you've answered these questions. Alrighty, awesome. Question number 4 says, Janice and her brother went to the movies. They each bought a thing of popcorn that cost $3.50, a movie ticket that costs $15.50, and a soda that costs a certain amount. So right away we know that if a soda costs a certain amount, that's going to be x. X is going to be the cost of our soda. Write an expression that represents the total amount of money that Janice and her brother spent at the movie theater. So her cost for Janet is going to be her thing of popcorn, that's $3.50, her ticket, which is $15.50, movies are expensive these days, and x, the cost of her soda. The cost for her brother is going to be the same thing, $3.50 for the popcorn, $15.50 for the ticket, and x for the soda. So that means we're going to take 2 times the value of each of these. We're going to be doubling the cost for Janet to find the cost for her and her brother. And that's represented here, and this way as well when we added each of these together. And then question number 5, all of these answers were wrong. I'm very sorry about that. I should have checked that question closer. It says Lucy has a certain amount of money, M. Katerina has twice as much money as Lucy minus $8. Write an expression below that represents how much money Katerina has. So, it says Lucy has a certain amount of money, M. That means that M is going to be Lucy's money, not just money, but Lucy's money. And Katerina has twice as much money as Lucy, so that's 2M minus $8. So, our answer is going to be 2M minus 8. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. This was a really great class we had today, and hopefully everybody made it. We're using this as an extra resource for extra learning. Thank you very much, and I'll see everybody tomorrow.